What's going on, everybody? David Mitchell here, and welcome back to Fan to Train 53. Oh, we got a mean stream tonight. Oh, God. Zach, I can hear that from here. Oh, brother. He playing a football game in NFL. But let's get ready for the memes. Ugh, got new buddy not under me. Oh, brother. This is so true. Norfolk Southern build heritage unit GXX stickers. Their locomotives. Call it heritage units. That's CXX. That's CXX Shenanigan. And here's up in a little bit of memeing. But yeah, let's get to the road beat before we can do them. Chat. Oh, by the way, Val is singing in the room. We are going to be memeing a little bit. So if you hear some funny ass shit, you know why. But yeah, so let the memes begin, baby. Let's see if Brightline fan it online. Because, wow, I'm not going to lie, it's up to be crazy. Yeah, it's about time for me to cut my hair. But, yeah. Alright. Flip that around. Alright, look like he is not online right now, but we'll probably get him a little bit, if y'all know what I mean. Oh, there we go. You there, bud? Hold on, let me turn it up. Hey, Brightline fan, you doing good? Up there we go.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Hey. So, have anything interrupting?
Everything's fine. Are you live stream right now?
Yeah, I am. Dude, I'm doing a meme stream talk. We're going to talk a little bit about memes tonight. You know?
Okay.
Hey, you know the Strasburg Railroad in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Oh, did you heard
what? They're the oldest railroad.
Not the older railroad out we here in South Carolina, but did you heard what happened on the Strasburg a couple of days ago?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Dude, they 475?
475.
The steam engine.
I see.
They wrecked her into an
accident.
They wrecked her.
Engines in that railroad.
Dude, they freaking wrecked her into an excavator. On video.
What?
Yeah, hold on. Let me send you the video. Because
gosh.
She did not derail, but her front, shield, the front shield where the headlight is, it cracked, but, but her piping is still good, but people are already making memes about it.
I gotta see that meme.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I gotta send you a CXX heritage meme. You know?
Oh, okay.
Because I
was reading an article. I was reading an article just about Amtrak and about their attempt. They were about to attempt to legalize marijuana on their trains. On the Mary Jane Limited.
Oh dear. Oh. Imagine how bad that's going to go. We're going to have.
Continue.
Like, you remember what happened with that big train wreck back in 1980s with Conrail and Amtrak?
What do you mean?
You remember one where the guy was high on weed? And
what happened?
I can't remember the name of it. Oh, by the way, I just sent you the video. Yeah.
No. Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, give it about a week and they're... Ooh, hold it. You know what? Let me move everything around and get everything set up because we got to do this from, with the TV because it's funny. But yeah, something crazy happening. You know what I mean? All right, Zach. 1 minute. Right, fan.
All right, Ben.
All right, I'm back. There we go.
Watching a meme right now.
Yeah, David.
My friend Bright Light Fan, we're doing a meme stream right now. But
oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
On my YouTube channel,
Oh.
for subscribers, I have 277. I'm still a small YouTuber, Zach.
What happened to your other channel? You had like a 700 and something.
No, it's the same channel.
I thought you had 700 and something.
No.
How much
But
do you have to get paid?
You gotta have over 10,000 or at least 100,000 to be more exact. But Brightline, you seen how bad that is?
Jeez.
Like literally, people are making memes about it. Can you believe that?
My goodness.
Like literally, like oh, there we go.
My boiler.
Dude, I have the TV in background because I'm going to be running the memes on the back TV. But
nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you got video call. Cool.
But yeah, that's crazy. Like, oh my god, people are already memeing about it. Speaking of that, let me send you the CXX meme. Hold it.
All right, then.
All right, dig something you're gonna laugh about. Read it.
Norfolk Southern builds heritage units. CSX, their engines. Calls it heritage units.
No. Look at the hand. Do you see where it's a sticker? Look. You see the word sticker?
Sticker.
AKA sticker unit. You know what I mean? Pretty savage. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Speaking of that.
Yeah. Oh, about that article. About the article that I just read. It's on the American Rail Club on its Facebook page.
Oh, by the way, wait, Demetria does have a new girlfriend. It's confirmed.
Oh my gosh.
So
he does.
So it's pretty good that he is finally moving on from losing Holly, because I know that we're rough on him. You know. You remember?
Yeah, I understand.
Like losing Holly was pretty rough. You know what I mean? Oh, you got dogs too?
Yeah, I know.
Hold it. Look what I got. Oh, look what I got. Hold it. Look at it. Look what I'm playing on.
That's a fender bender.
Oh, gosh. that train is about to eat that excavator.
Oh, look.
That gives me Thomas and Friends vibes. Whenever Thomas crashes into something.
Oh, God. The train simulator thing. Oh. Hold on, let me rewrite that one. Let me rewind it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look. Damn. I'm not gonna lie. That. Look at it. That's just too funny.
I think that is the same train that Downey Live actually featured.
Yeah.
The second episode of Downey Live's Travels by Train, America.
Not to that was same train. That was the same train from the Massic Railroad, you know? You remember Thomas the Tank Engine from it's same one. But yeah, let's get the memes rolling.
Are you wearing a blindfold?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Get wild too. Oh my god, I don't know why, but this shit is funny. Like literally, that's funny, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
What do you think?
Thanks. But yeah.
That is in the nice camera angle they have there.
I know. That was from Virtual Rel Fan. You know?
Uh-huh.
Oh god. Run away, go on. Oh, sorry. Dude, the memes. Like literally, they're already memed. The Taco Bell. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oof.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, on some days. Oop. Ah! Oh, let me rewind that. Let me. You seen that?
Yeah, let's see.
Run away! Go!
Right there. Ah, he's coming! Right there.
I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe he actually fixed that train.
You don't.
Nothing is old.
Don't. Well, thing is, it's gonna be easy to fix it anyway because all it did was it destroy the front end. With that, they can repair in about a week. You know. And it doesn't protect the tubing and the piping. It's good. No major damage. All it is the front, door and that. So, give it about a week and it'll...
That's only the boiler.
I know.
It's not the boiler.
I know. Saying it is not battery damage, so they get it up and running in about a week from now, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Dang. That imagine how many train crashes that this train had faced? This locomotive had faced.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's funny as hell, you know? But
Yeah.
it was not funny at the beginning because if that thing had hit it harder, it could have caused the boiler to explode.
Yeah.
But now that it's been a few days, now that it's been about 3 to 4 days, now it can be me. You know? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Space.
Okay, so I sent you, well, memes jokes aside, I sent you a link about all aboard Amtrak's Mary Jane Limited, the railway age.
Oh, yeah.
So I read this article just about before you called.
I actually read that one a couple of days ago. Ironically, it was on the Terminate broadcast Discord, you know? It was on their Discord. So I actually already read it. You know what I mean? Oh, can sit tight, buddy. But yeah. But I'll be honest, it's funny as it could be when you did think about it. Oh, Ralph fan memes. But yeah. Oh, there go the memes. Run away! Oh God! Look, my freaking! Didn't know I got dogs. Oh. 1 minute. What? But yeah. Cubby, move, guys! Just 1 minute. I'll be right back in front of that.
Railway is actually testing its trains on 150
I know.
miles per hour.
It's funny as can be. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
It's funny, you know. But yeah, thing that I will bring up is that they could be doing a
Hey, man,
little.
you should do a research for me. I need you to find out a way to contact EDA so I can cuss them the fuck out.
Oh,
No,
Zach, I'm live streaming, bud.
Well, if EA's on there, I hope EA is so ass the equipment. Whoever's making Madden needs to quit because they're so ass. Just go kill himself.
Zach. Well, there goes the demon. Well, my brother did got a little demonetized for that, you know. But let me be honest. It can be funny, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah. Oh, move, girl. Oh. Ow. Oh, dang it. Sorry, dogs are being a little butts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's alright.
There we go.
Like that.
But yeah. Oh, Bella's singing in the room, by the way. Wait, my wife? That better. That better. Now everybody can see it. But yeah, look at this.
I sure hope there's not a train line crossing these tracks. Wait, what?
But ooh, you seen that? All right. Look at that. Freaking porta potty on top of the signal, you know? But yeah. But it's funny. Oh, brother, here's something else. A little bit of meme time.
Union Pacific,
Oh.
derailing America.
Yeah.
CSX brings 911 in 1776 out of service. Everyone.
Oh,
Oh, let's see.
oh, do you remember when they literally took them locomotive out of service for almost half a year? Good God. That was annoying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But, but yeah. There we go. But yeah.
Basically, about bright line, they're actually testing 110
Oh yeah.
miles per hour.
I actually heard about that on, some of our YouTube channels, about them talking about it. Like,
I actually watched the Roaming Rail Van.
me too. That's where I heard it from. Oh God. Oh!
By the way, I cannot wait for. Oh, by the way, I've actually watched another YouTube video. Part of it, 48 hours on the Autumn Express.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Hiawatha, one of the old cars of the Hiawatha, the rear end.
I know. No, a little bit more. All right, let me adjust the lighting. So hold on. Don't hang up or anything because I got to adjust the lighting.
Right then.
All right. A little bit more of a adjust. There we go. There we go. That better?
Yep.
All right. Except for the reflection off the TV, that I'll be on it about. That we annoying I could be, but yeah. All I'm doing is just trying to figure out,
What's up, guys? This is Heist.
Ooh.
Today,
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get the brightness on the TV a little bit more toned down. Because I'll be honest, doing a meme stream is a little hard when with the brightness. Don't want to get in trouble with my stepdad, so I better not do that.
Yeah.
But
By the way, I think I was about to share another meme video.
I know.
Come on.
Oh yeah, there was one time that he did revenue freight with him, Damn, so many freaking memes, Oh God.
Sorry about that.
That meme. Good God. It is meme night anyway. If I had better software, I could be doing a lot more memes,
Yeah.
You know what? 1 minute. But yeah. go. I'm still trying to figure out how in the hell I'm going to get them good lighting.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna
yeah.
send you another railroad meme.
All right. Dude, let me get something to write the. Do. 1 minute, everyone. I am wiping off. There we go. That does look a little better. But yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me find something that is very funny. All right, where is R? Oh, nope. Not R. Kelly. Nope. R. 1 minute, everyone. R. Like literally, it called R/fuck car, but R/F the.
I bet, Dave, I wasn't trying to cuss on your live stream.
It alright.
I'm talking to my game, Lily. I finally win, right? Fucking cut ass in the game. And then my game decided to freeze on me.
Oh.
And then now I gotta restart again for the 500th time.
Oof. I wouldn't blame
And
you.
EA glitches all the damn time. You don't know how to fix it. The newer the games get, the more booty cheeks it gets, dog.
Kind of true.
Right, dude? It makes me not even want to waste my money on sports games anymore. That's the only thing I really freaking play.
But yeah, but Brightline fan, like it's funny, ain't it? You know? All right, where is C? Oh, I'm going to have to 1 minute. In case it do something stupid.
Oh my god, don't even start.
Damn, I can't even say that one time without you thinking something.
All right.
Because I don't really know how to do
You know why would I do that?
that.
Guys, you know I'm live streaming.
Yeah, and you're doing it in the living room where everyone is.
All right, here's something funny.
Okay, so I figured this week I could make a more lighthearted video. Yeah, I guess the numerous comments you get on my videos tell me how depressing I am at home. Okay, not really. Here we are. So, this week I wanted to do a look through one of my favorite subreddits. That's r/fuckcar.
All right, there we go.
Okay, so I figured this week I could make a more lighthearted video. Yeah, I guess the numerous comments you get on my videos
All right,
tell me how
hey
depressing
Brightline, is that your mom talking?
Yeah.
Dude, I know it got to be annoying having to deal with that all the time, you know?
Okay, not really. Here we are. So, this week I wanted to do a look through one of my favorite subreddits as of late. That's the r/fuckcars subreddit. Yes, I know.
I got to figure out how to drop that brightness, you know?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, like r/fuck cars.
Well, let me clarify. The community doesn't necessarily hate cars as a concept. Rather, they hate the negative effects that car dependency has had on our society. Plenty of people on there, myself included, have remarked that they think cars are cool, but recognize that building our cities around them is a bad idea. So that being said, let's take a dive into some of the most popular posts on there over the past few weeks. Ah, yes. Let's get straight into
There we
politics.
go.
Okay, I don't think I mentioned it
All right.
before, but it seems pretty clear that the anti-car dependency movement is rather left-wing politically. But I've seen many people remark on the fact that this shouldn't really be a partisan issue, and I tend to agree. This should be something the left and right can unite on for the betterment of our society. Of course, however, in this country, we love to make everything political and fight over it. Just because.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
I like this first comment here. I tell my libertarian friends this all the time.
Mhm.
Bikes require no registration and cost less tax revenue than car-centric infrastructure. Yeah, this is a good point. I just had to go to the DMV myself the other day, and I left nearly an hour later with my pockets a bit lighter. Cars have all kinds of fees and regulations strapped to them. And for a party that advocates for less government interference, it seems weird to not recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Agree 100% on this one. Going through the airport is such a hassle anyway. I remember when I was living in Europe, I could just show up at the train station and get on a train within like half an hour. Nothing booked in advance. No annoyance.
But you know, like, let it say that art class fuck cars is funny. Am I right, man?
Yeah,
Like, it's funny too because
you're absolutely right.
and what your mom talking about this time? And I can hear.
It's a cat right now.
Oh, you got cat and dogs?
Yep.
Just dogs, man. Just dogs. You know, we can watch this video one more time just for everybody. There we go. I'm not gonna lie. This
That's a fender bender.
I don't know why. Fuck. The memes. Oh God.
Uncle Stan, are you wearing a blindfold?
Nah, but with these cataracts, I might as well be. What is that, a woodpecker?
Dude, look at it. Like, read it. Get well soon. Like, Brightline. Like, anything interesting happened in your country? The Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah. But it's funny, ain't it?
Alright,
Yeah, belly poo?
yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Schedule soon.
we're doing the meme.
Speaking of the Dominican Republic,
Hi David.
there was a flood in Santo Domingo. There was a flood in the capital.
Sorry.
Ooh, well that kind of sucked right there. You know?
Yeah.
By the way, there was a car accident by my house. A car hit a power pole about a few hours ago. You know?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, let's get back to the, memes. Like it. Oh god. But yeah. But
yesterday there was a
hurricane.
Yeah, there was a hurricane that struck Mexico.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Game over era.
Yesterday Yesterday, it was raining yesterday a lot.
Turn it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My brother turned on the light for y'all to see. That better. But a little bit of Taco Bell.
Yeah.
What's that, David?
Bright Lion fan, we're doing a meme stream.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at it. Oh my god. There, Bell, right there, everyone.
Yeah.
Are you doing the Thomas memes?
Not today, Bell. Maybe another live stream. Am I right, Bright Line?
Come on, hey, Bright Line.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But, yeah. You know, Bright Line, it might be crazy, but only the second time we used this TV for a part of my live stream, you know?
Yeah.
The only ever the second time. But yeah. Oh, speaking of, there's another rubber trike happening in 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean, Brightline?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's just say that. What about the class 1 railroads? I've heard that their strike has been canceled.
Not fully. It has not been fully canceled. What happened is that the Class 1 deals with the work crew unions failed. So we're about to see a crop storm happen between them and them. You know what I mean? Oh God.
Help, help.
Oh, here we go. Look.
Yeah, that's good.
Disaster lay ahead.
That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck during the holidays.
Well, they found a meme about that. That was funny. Oh God, dude, we gotta markify our meme right here. God. Oh, what's he did?
Flyer.
Me? What am I doing with my life? I could be doing anything. Oh my God!
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That crap right there funny. You know what I mean? Bright Line?
Yeah. Fancy Transit Capybaras said, I'll cash app you $2 if you make your next stream that as a thumbnail and talk about electric railways.
Dude, I decided to go with it just for the memes, you know? Because, you know, I'm thinking about doing a meme stream week, you know? Be that going to do, like, literally, it's funny when you did think about it, you know? Speaking of that, you remember the meme that I did on Dimitri live stream, like coming in like a Chad? You remember that?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I do remember that.
Oh, that was a good live stream, you know? Back.
Okay, so
It was funny, you know? Like,
basically.
and I need to
You
add.
should try to make an ARC meme central.
Oh my God. I might down the line, you know, not right now because it's up. Speaking of that, me and Val are going to a model train show next week, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be seeing probably a video on model trains next week.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. So, let me send you what Fancy Transit Capybara just sent to you.
I know. He sent that earlier.
Let's talk about this.
I know.
Yeah, I know he sent.
Yeah, a little too late now
gosh,
because
it's downloading right now.
it did with that electric Amtrak locomotive looking thing. Because I'm already,
Yeah, with buffers.
dude, I'm already using it. I'm using it for the memes.
Oh.
Yeah, I go to my YouTube channel real quick. You know?
All right then.
Because that thing, ugh. Like, what are we? Space. All right, let's do the memes.
Right, David Mitchell.
It's gonna be fans of Train. And what it gonna be? YouTube being a little bit of a sore butt about it.
You know YouTube is.
I know. We gotta get rid of Susan, you know? She really is ruining YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean?
There was a Dominican transit channel that I was in a forum in.
Here it is. Here it is.
Let's say. There it is.
There you go. A little bit of fourth wall break,
I
right?
can see it.
There you go. A little bit of fourth wall break,
I can see it.
Dude, it's gonna be a fourth wall break, you know? Like, come on, Mimi boys, Mimi. You know?
I see.
You know? Like,
I know.
like meme the memes.
Yeah.
Like literally, like meme it. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But yeah, like I literally said, let meme. You know?
Okay, so let's look for train Well, you know about Susan of YouTube.
Yeah, I talked about her crap before, and I'll be honest, fuck her.
Yeah.
Dude.
You know that YouTube could actually, that YouTube actually promotes the content, bad content, and censors the good content.
I know.
That's what's happening here.
Exactly. Like, why am I not getting promoted for stuff that I do? Am I right? Like,
Yes.
like, good God, stuff I do it cool. Like, even when I do a meme stream, am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, though.
Like, I'll be honest, like, it's funny how much stuff we have to do, you know?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I figured this week I can make a more lighthearted video. Yeah, I guess the numerous comments I get on my videos telling me how depressing I am have hit home. Okay, not really.
There we
Here
go.
are anyway.
Fan of
This
Trains
week I wanted to do a
53.
look through one of my favorite
That's
subreddits
memes.
of late.
Yep.
r/fuckcars subreddit.
Next thumbnail, they
Yes,
got
I know
you.
it's rather inflammatory,
They got
but let me clarify a few things.
Hey, well, Cap.
It
So
really
about
doesn't
electric
necessarily
trains.
include cars as a concept.
Let's talk
Rather,
about
the
electric
negative
trains
effects
right
that
now.
car dependency has had on our society.
I'll be honest.
I don't know what are they.
I support electric trains. You know, maybe the one would
Yeah.
electrify their system. Maybe everything would be all sunshine and rainbows. Am I right? But nope, they
Yes,
refuse
but
to
I don't
do
want hydrogen or battery powered trains though. Those are kind of
Expensive.
overrated.
I'll be honest, I do think hydrogen might work because we got hydrogen locomotive in Europe in some areas that actually work very well. But we did got to see how all of it play out, you know? But I'll be honest on it. What I think we need to do is, invest in electrification. Okay, and the only problem is the class ones are not going to do anything. But Alan Fitter did a video on how to fix our class ones, and
yes,
I'll be honest, his video like with the nationalization thing, like use the word nationalize, all of that stuff toward the end of his video, brought up some damn good points. Am I right?
Yes, Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like,
About Alan Fisher, I watched a video about the corridors that should be electrified tomorrow if Amtrak wants to.
oh yeah. There are a lot of things. Heck, even down in Florida, like there are areas down in Florida that it could be done with,
Yes, in Florida, you can actually electrify the Florida rail corridor.
Mm-hmm. That too.
Where Tri-Rail operates.
Also, there are another corridor that they can do, like if you're looking from not Savannah, but Atlanta to Charlotte. If Amtrak do start operating more trains, that would be a new corridor right there that they could actually do,
You should actually connect the Southeast Corridor and the Northeast Corridor
Excuse me.
to make a super corridor.
Like, and here, funny thing, Jane, let's say from between North Carolina and South Carolina, there was a electric interurban railroad in the upstate. Heck, we even had an electric interurban here in Charleston up until the 1930s and 40s, We had a electric interurban, and now that's gone. Heck, there are only a couple buildings remained from that era. Like, heck, right near the Arthur Ravenel or Ravenel Bridge, they have a old interurban streetcar trolley shed that is still around a landmark. And then around here technically I live in Ravenel, but Hollywood, South Carolina, only 5 minutes from here. In one area along the road, there's a abandoned trolley shed, Meaning back in the day, we would have streetcars that came from downtown Charleston all the way down to Ravenel and terminate in Hollywood and Ravenel back in the day. Hey, you still there? Hey, Brightwood fan, what happened? 1 minute.
Yeah, what?
What happened? All I heard was a couple of noises. But
no, that's all right.
Not weird,
I
but
think it's Discord.
Probably Discord. But I'll be honest, like we had a interurban that came from downtown Charleston and terminated out here where I live, and some part of it did use freight railroads at one point. So we did had where the streetcars out went on freight tracks, like the A line. The old Charleston and Savannah stuff with that don't exist anymore. That was torn up in the early 80s. R.I.P. Like,
and what about the S line? The Seaboard line.
That line is still around. Heck. The Seaboard used to run a Patner train right through where I live. And same with that Patner train is that one of the locomotives in the North Carolina Transportation Museum. The locomotive that actually used to run through Ravenel in North Carolina at a transportation museum. Ain't that crazy? Being that, I hear a train coming. Oh, let me take it that it's the fire department is still out there. they're now cleaning up the accident.
Metra could actually. I wish Metra could actually electrify their commuter rail lines.
I know.
They already have some electrified, but others aren't. The majority aren't.
Heck, if Metro want to save them money in their long haul, electrify their whole rail system. Like, don't give a crap that some of it go over Class 1 freight. Like, get the Polyjet into 4 to Class 1s to electrify. Like, force them to, you know?
Exactly.
Because we cannot keep on doing this. You know?
South Bend did theirs, did electrify theirs, so there's no excuse.
Exactly, and look at the San Francisco Bay with the peninsula. Look what they're doing. They're finally electrifying, and they'll have electrified commuter train in the next 2 years. And that'll also going to be the route that, the California high-speed rail run through too,
Yes. And Las Vegas, and Brightline is trying to electrify its, let's say in Las Vegas, they're trying to construct a new rail line, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's electrified.
It going to be electrified. It going to be an electrified route.
Wow.
My point is that stuff is about to change for the best for the railroads, you know? Like, we're about to see a big pattern shift going back to the railroads, and also with the freight railroads learning the hard way of what happened when they don't, use their money instead of trying to, instead of using their money, they tried to make more. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah.
Like,
they're trying to profit off of broken infrastructure.
I know. Heck, you know what? Instead, I'm going to play Alan Pfister video in the background.
Hi.
Let's go to his channel and let me go to and talk about the big four that are.
First came Google, then came Fitbit.
You guys know I'm not going to let an ad play in the background. Sorry about that. No.
3 things that are made worse by 4 big companies in the U.S. These 4 companies that I'm about to talk about fly under the radar of pretty much every American, but they actively shape and make our logistics systems infinitely worse than they could be. They are slow to adopt new technologies, and they are always fighting any change to their industry. They uphold their terrible status quos and do not care about reducing their carbon footprints at all. Today, we're going to be talking about the Class 1 railroads of the United States.
Oh, I'm going to get.
All right. So for us to understand why the freight railroads actually suck and how they affect you in the United States, we first have to go over some history of how these companies came to be. And yes, despite what you've heard, our freight rail system is actually not as good as you think it is, but we'll get to that. So we have to start at the beginning, of course. Back in the 1830s and the 1840s, railroads started appearing in the United States. Being a new technology at the time, they competed with the gold standard of transportation, which was the canal and waterway system. To get the railroads going, many states and later the U.S. government granted not only large loans, but huge land grants were also given. These land grants not only made...
we all know what happened to this line right here. You know one that I'm pointing at? That would, the Milwaukee Road. We all know what happened to the Milwaukee Road with RIP. Am I right?
Yes, that's the route of the current Empire Builder.
No, the Empire Builder actually go around all of this. The original route was gone,
I see.
for the railroad right-of-way.
It kinda
also tried
sucks,
to
you know?
develop swaths of land around the tracks, too. This gave
Yes.
incentive for the railroads to build outward rapidly, commonly selling off portions of land to settlers and new businesses along the way. This was also basically a way for the U.S. government to kind of get companies to do the dirty work by forcing Native Americans off of part of their lands, too. So that should not be understated.
I'll be honest, that is kind of true because my ancestors were Native American. I'm part Blackfoot and Cherokee, you know?
Oh, I see.
So I'm actually part Native American, you know?
Later in this video, when talking about modern
Same
railroads,
applies
don't
to me
forget
as
that
well.
these lines would not existed if it wasn't for the U.S. government, immigrant laborers, and a ton of loans from each of the individual states. But we'll circle back to that later.
Tennessee
Moving
Pat,
on a
not
bit
around
in
anymore.
history, all of the railroads mostly did incredibly well all the way up until the 1950s and 60s. By this point, there was an obvious rift in how the way that certain railroads were operated. And that rift was a literal geographical feature. You see, the U.S. transportation network was split right down the Mississippi River. The railroads to the west of the Mississippi were doing incredibly well into the late 1960s and early 1970s. For example, the Burlington Northern built new coal hauling routes in the early 1970s, and that made it into
Dude, I can hear that.
worth billions of dollars. This is in stark contrast to the railroads that were operating to the east of the Mississippi, with the most ominous being the failed merger of the Pennsylvania and the New York Central Railroads. Both railroads were the largest networks in the Northeast, and when they tried to merge with each other into Penn Central, they created the largest bankruptcy in U.S. history. Well, up to that point. It was so much of a failure that the government stepped in and created its own railroad called Conrail. A few years after Conrail's creation, the government also passed the Staggers Act, which was the first endeavor to help deregulate the industry to promote growth. The Western
Let me be honest. We literally deregulated way too fast, you know? And now we're... Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, we literally deregulated way too fast to the point where it kind of screwed everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it kind of screwed everything up.
railroads continue to be successful.
Am I right?
Despite many routes having
Yep.
to be abandoned or mothballed, the East
You're absolutely
Coast
right on
operations
that
were
one.
saved by Conrail. But there was one consistent thing that was happening the entire time. Railroad after railroad was disappearing, slowly being bought out by its competitor. And this largely mirrors what in modern day how social media sites buy each other out. In the following decades, railroads like the Burlington Northern would buy out one of their competitors and acquire all of their tracks. The Burlington Northern bought the Santa Fe, so it naturally turned into the Burlington Northern Santa Fe, or BNSF, or the Big Orange Railroad, as most people see it nowadays.
Which, I'll be honest, that's where we made the mistake with them two, you know? Dana, we're letting the company get away with a lot of crap. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Anyway, with all of these mergers, we eventually have our system cut down to only 4 large Class 1 railroads. Yes, I know there are some others, but they kind of don't count. These 4 railroads own the entire rail system in the United States. There are some exceptions.
Look at that. Look. All of this owned by all 4 big Class 1s, you know? I know we got CP and KCS, which are now going to be one big humongous railroad from Canada all the way down to Mexico, and CN, but mostly these 4 big companies, not counting Amtrak, but these 4 big companies, it would control almost half of the whole rail system. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
and not a problem. Am I right?
Yeah, that is a big problem.
And it going to
The railroads have a duopoly in both sides of the
of the
the region.
country.
of the United States.
Yes.
Yeah, of the country. In the West Coast, we have BNSF, and Union Pacific.
And on the East Coast, we have CSX
On the
and
east, we have Norfolk Southern and CSX.
West of the Mississippi, and CSX and Norfolk Southern control all of the tracks to the east. This effectively leaves the U.S. with two duopolies that control the entire rail logistics system. And even worse, most cities in the U.S. only have one railroad operating to and from that city. For example, if you had a business that needed to ship a product via rail and your business was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the only railroad to ship things in and out of the city is BNSF. So even if there is a duopoly between BNSF and Union Pacific on long-distance shipping in the West, the majority of the local customers that use the railroads only have the choice of using the one railroad. In the past 50 years, this has forced many businesses to ship products via truck instead of rail, even if the shipping with rail is more efficient. I have a whole video on that here. But local shipping gets a whole lot worse when you factor in what these railroads do with their infrastructure.
Precision scheduling.
So, if you ever watch late night news or a television channel that only elderly people might be watching, you might run into a commercial like this, where it's some predatory company trying to get you to...
1 minute. What's that? Can't right now. I am live streaming. Sorry, bud. Be right back.
But
What?
Oh, alright. Hey, can I come in?
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My brother asked to meet something. But yeah, we can.
that's all right.
Basically allowing you to sell back the home to a bank or an investor slowly. Almost as if you're taking it all out that you originally put in to buy the house and pay off the loan in the first place. Well, imagine that scenario, but it's the freight railroads doing this to their infrastructure. You see, being the wonderfully optimized capitalists that they are, they rarely ever spend money to actually upgrade and maintain their infrastructure like bridges, tracks, tunnels, and switches. They often will downgrade infrastructure to have less of it, but only later to bitch and complain that there's too much demand and it's their own fucking fault that they can't ship their own goods.
Not
There are
true.
really only two situations where they will actually upgrade or improve things. One is if there is an insane demand and they have a bottleneck.
The home pass.
This is what BNSF did with their main line. Or if you have a bridge that completely fails and they have to replace it. But if there's one thing to blame for the lack of care for infrastructure and slower operations, it is the implement of a practice called precision scheduled railroading. And like the title suggested earlier, it is neither precise nor scheduled and is barely railroading. PSR basically makes trains double the length and attempts to reduce crew numbers, but there's a huge catch. You see, in the past, you would normally ship 200 cars, like 100 to one place and 100 back the other direction.
Not to
You
scale.
normally need 4 trains. And because they were shorter trains, they could easily use the passing sidings to get around each other. And you could accomplish this in 2 shifts on one line, meaning they'd have to pay 4 crews to get this all done. But when PSR came into practice, suddenly you had trains that were too long to fit on passing sidings, meaning that some of the passing sidings were too short for the new double-length trains. Normally, for any logistics operation, this would be a huge problem because suddenly the line would be operating 50% slower.
And this is what causing the problem right here. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
And thing is that with the railroad, we need to crack down on PSR, you know?
This is not a logistics problem in the eyes of railroad CEOs and bean counters. You see, even if the trains are 50% slower, the railroad only has to pay for 3 shifts of workers instead of 4. And also, because the trains can't fit past each other now, one of the 3 shifts usually gets to sit with a train for multiple hours waiting for an open line, not moving until they clock out and have to get driven back to the yard or to a hotel. All of this just increases issues with the supply chain, exaggerating problems that already exist by making goods and freight go even slower from point A to B. This is extremely obvious at the end of the pandemic when items were on backlog and certain goods were out.
So true. It's so true right here. Am I right?
Yes.
Like we are seeing the problem. Am I right? We're seeing it.
The PSR sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're on Amtrak and wonder why the freight trains keep getting in the way and delaying your train, this is why. It doesn't matter if Amtrak has the priority. The freight train can't physically get out of the way because it can't fit on the sidings anymore. Before we move on, I want to briefly mention that all 4 Class 1 railroads have refused to electrify their lines and trains, mainly because every one of them hates capital spending. And dear God, if they have to plan more than a fiscal quarter at a time. When rail networks like the Indian Railways are fully electrifying, the U.S. continues to use beat-up diesels. And they're not even ordering new diesel locomotives. The last large order was in 2008. They've been rebuilding them since.
And that's true right there. You know, what he's saying is true. Am I right?
Yes. PSR has done a lot of things in our wrong in railroading in general in the United States. And about trains are getting longer right now. And the more time passes, the longer the train gets.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget when they tried to, have one-man crews, You remember when I talked about that?
Dealing with all those cars, with all those freights, that's man attending all of the train. It's inefficient.
Mm-hmm.
It's not safe.
Exactly.
It's only a matter of time before a state or fuel prices forces them to start electrifying. And no, hydrogen and battery locomotives are a scam. They are not going to work, or at least by themselves they won't. I was recently on a podcast that discussed this topic, and you can listen to that here. Anyway, let's go onwards.
$5 your way, I rule this debt.
So, if there's one thing that every corporation loves doing, it's boasting about record profits and then immediately saying to employees that, we can't pay them anymore.
Exactly.
Railroads are no stranger to this concept. And then how workers are treated at the largest railroads in the country is a complete shame.
It is.
Every rail worker is required to work roughly 5 days a week, but if you haven't worked for 10 or more years at the railroad, you get absolutely shafted with hours. Basically, you're working 5 days a week, but during those 5 days, you have no idea what your hours are going to be until 4 hours before your shift. You get a message or call phoning you in for your shift. This can be at 10 a.m.
Wait. Read that. U.S. rail worker. You see it?
U.S. rail worker getting up. Yep. I don't see it clearly, though.
Well, you see it better?
Yeah. U.S. rail worker getting their unprompted shift call at 2:43 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And that
I can relate.
And did why a lot of railroad workers are quitted. Am I right?
2 a.m. doesn't
Yes,
matter.
you have to imagine being called at 12 a.m.
You can imagine that this can
just to have an unprompted shift.
You just have
I
to
know.
get up on that during the week when you're on call. And recently, between furloughs and railroads constantly being understaffed because of mismanagement during the pandemic, workers have had enough. You might have heard about it, but in the middle of September, all of the rail workers' unions were authorizing a strike. The strike was mainly asking for better working conditions, more paid days off, and better medical leave. You know, basic fucking benefits. For now, the strike has been averted as the federal government pushed for the companies to agree to some of the union terms, but I have a feeling that we're going to see this again. We are at the end of it. Because the workers didn't nearly get enough. Either way.
Let me tell you that one union is holding out and not maintenance away union, you know? Railroad maintenance union, if I'm right, they're holding out still, you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. Basically, with these working conditions, I don't think the railroad workers are happy.
They're not.
They're not.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible that these companies can fuck up the environment, purposely run shittier services, and treat their workers terribly without any threat from the government. But that's not entirely true, because there are some solutions to fix our broken freight system.
Mm-hmm. Solution time.
So, as I said in the beginning, the U.S. does not currently have the best freight rail system in the world. Hell, not even in North America. Canada actually does it slightly better, but they've got all a bunch of different
Our neighbor up north.
If you want an example of a truly fantastic rail system, Switzerland is easily the best in the world at the moment. But that's a topic for another video entirely. Plus, you bozos in the comment will be like, well, Switzerland is so small compared to the United States. Look, there was really only one country in history that ever matched the size of the U.S. geographically. And it absolutely whooped our asses in railroad management.
Yep, and that was Russia, you know?
But again, let's talk about local policies that we could enact.
That kind of funny, ain't it?
First is tax incentives.
Yeah.
If the railroads are motivated by money, then let's make the money walk the walk.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
change property tax policies to push railroads to double track again and also electrify. Then let's legally bind them to run services fast and not skimp on crews just to save a fraction of the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really want to shake them up in their acts, you would scare them with the N-word. No, not that N-word. We're talking about nationalization. Because the government could buy out all of the property and infrastructure from the freight companies, but the freight companies can still access their routes on contract leases. I actually have a whole video on this concept, and I have a second video on nationalization coming very soon that's in the works. So stay subscribed if you want to see that. Either way, there are a lot of ways to tackle this issue that is the railroads in the United States. But we're just getting started. Half the battle is just informing the average person on how bad it actually is because we've been gaslit into thinking otherwise.
So true.
Like I said, there will be more videos on these topics in the future, and thanks for watching. I hope that you'll stick around. Thanks again to my Patreons for keeping these ad-free, and as always, check out the description.
Ad-free? Sorry, I hate to break it to you, bud. You had 2 ads in your video. Am I right?
YouTube doing its thing.
Yeah. Even when people don't want ads on their video, they still force it on them, you know?
Well, they're trying to force you to buy YouTube Premium, which there's no ads, though.
I know. But yeah, let's get back to the R-Fuck car because I want to get the meme from this out of the way, you know what I mean?
That's why I have an ad blocker.
Sadly, here in the U.S., you would actually have to get rid of ad blocker. I mean, you have to buy an ad blocker here in the U.S.
Yeah, I guess the numerous comments are getting my video.
Which kind of sucks.
Okay, not really, but here we are.
Yeah, true.
So this week I wanted to do a look through of one of my favorite subreddits as of late. That's the r/fuckcars subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know it's a rather inflammatory name, but let me clarify a few things. The community doesn't necessarily hate cars as a concept. Rather, they hate the negative effects that car dependency has had on our society. Plenty of people on there, myself included, have remarked that they think cars are cool, but recognize that building our cities around them is a bad idea. So that being said, let's take a dive into some of the most popular posts on there over the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Ah yes, let's get straight into politics. Okay, I don't think I've mentioned it before, but it seems pretty clear that the anti-car dependency movement is rather left-wing politically. But I've seen many people remark on the fact that this shouldn't really be a partisan issue. And I think
That's so true.
this should be something the left and right can unite on for the betterment of our society.
Mm-hmm. But they
Of course,
won't.
however, in this country, we love to make everything political and fight over it. Just because. So there's that. I like this first comment here. I tell my libertarian friends this all the time. Bikes require no registration and cost less tax revenue than car-centric infrastructure. Yeah, this is a good point. I just had to go to the DMV myself the other day, and I left nearly an hour later with my pockets a bit lighter. Cars have all kinds of fees and regulations strapped to them. And for a party that advocates for less government interference, it seems weird to not recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
100% of this one. Going through the airport is such a hassle anyway. I remember when I was living in Europe, I could just show up at the train station to get on a train within like half an hour. Nothing booked in advance. No annoying security checks. Nothing. I'm telling you that if you've never experienced...
And in Beijing, I'll bring it up real quick. The airline, they run a fucking monopoly here in the U.S., or technically a duopoly, just like the Class 1s. Am I right? Like,
Yes, you're absolutely right, though.
like so many fucking companies here in the U.S. run duopoly, and we don't crack down on it. Like, let me put it in the sink. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. You can do this out. Like, when you think about it in the long run, you start realizing, am I right?
Absolutely right.
Like,
100% for sure.
you got to think about it. Like, in a deeper rabbit hole than people realize. Like, I'm right about that.
Europe doesn't change your life. Two things to note here. One, people often comment on how big America is and how high-speed railroads work, then ignore that a huge population of people live in this eastern cluster of states, which aren't any bigger than a similar area in Europe with high-speed railroads.
Mm-hmm. So true what you just
Also,
said.
countries like China are spending their time and resources making this kind of thing available, while we continue to dump our tax dollars into expanding and repairing our roads in a seemingly never-ending cycle. So we're losing to China. We're losing to the rest of the world.
We're technically losing because we keep on building roads. Like, quit building roads. Am I right? Like, we need to quit building roads. Am I right about that, Brightline?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know that roads is actually continue to build roads is kind of off because number one, you're expanding traffic to a paved area. So
And thing is, you're destroying people's home. The thing is, you're destroying people's home. You're causing more harm to the environment. And let's be honest, interstates, they take up more space than a railroad. Am I right?
Exactly.
Like, you can have, like, a train chasing with building in a neighborhood in a, like, part of a city with space and, like, stuff to spare. But with roads and parking lot, you won't hardly have any of that, you know? You would have a big concrete wasteland. You know what I mean? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, here's the funny thing about this video. You know the video I'm showing y'all right here? Here? This video actually came out on my birthday, you know? August 25th, my birthday date. So it's kind of funny that it came out on my birthday. I'm not gonna lie, that actually made me feel good.
A little bit special.
So California is one of those places with their heart in the right place, but that's about it. The whole movement to transition from gas-powered vehicles to EVs is framed as a step in the right direction, but it's really just a continued exercise of futility. Continued car dependence, whether it be internal combustion vehicles or EVs, is not the key to a prosperous future or quality city design. But it turns out that the power which big car manufacturers have is strong enough to completely sway public opinion into thinking that they're indeed the future.
That's true.
Newsflash.
What he said is true. Like the car company, they will fool anybody. Am I right? And everybody falls for it. You know?
I absolutely agree with you.
Like, cars are not the future. Like, everybody think they were the future 100 years ago. Look where we are now. And look what at our country that are kicking our asses, you know? Am I right?
Yeah. Ironically, back in the 1960s, everyone was dreaming about flying cars.
Like, dreamed about cars that were flying and all that, like from the Jetsons and all of that. You know?
Yes.
The funny thing is...
Yeah, I know that.
You can go ahead and say what you were going to say.
We have electric flying cars, but the problem is that they aren't in the dealerships yet. So where's the flying cars? Where are they?
Let's be honest. If we had flying cars, you would be seeing mini Al-Qaedas happening or mini 9/11s happening everywhere. With people literally driving cars filled with gasoline on fire that are flying into skyscrapers. Imagine that. And then
Imagine stuck in midair in traffic.
That, and also imagine having two cars crash in midair, and the next thing you know, they fall right to the ground, smashing someone to death. You know?
Yes.
Because they can't float like.
In other words, human pancakes.
Yep. So, the thing about it, stuff like this is not going to work. Flying cars are not the future. They're the vaporware, you know? The reality.
It's like the Hyperdupe.
Like the Hyperloop. You said Hyperdupe.
Yep, Hyperdupe.
Like, dupe for Smurf! You remember Phineas and Ferb?
I remember Phineas and Ferb.
That were from my childhood, you know?
Yeah, same, bro, same.
But just imagine, flying cars are not the future because just imagine so many negative stuff about them. Like, I even brought it up in Dimitri live stream with the meme I brought up. You remember that?
Yes, exactly.
Like, just imagine.
I don't remember about that.
Like, just remember, car blacking out, turning off. Next thing you know, falling down like, and next thing you know, someone will look up, and next thing you know, flat. Like that. Am I right? Like, yes. Going splat like a pancake.
I need something to... I gotta go and drink something.
Oh.
I need to drink some water
well,
right now.
let's get this done before I end the live stream because I gotta get ready to go to bed soon anyway. So let's get this done, bud.
Okay.
Elon Musk doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the negative effects cars have on society. He seems to only care about padding his pockets and making stupid Twitter posts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of Elon Musk, this post makes a great point. So not only is he a greedy billionaire, he puts his own whims ahead of the good of society, which quite literally makes him a supervillain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into the Hyperloop in this video, besides mentioning it's a really stupid idea. So I'm glad more people are realizing this. We live in a world where meme lords like Elon Musk are weirdly admired. When we come around to realizing that people like him are a big part of the reason our lives still suck, we can get somewhere. Like I said before, if you're one of the many Americans who've never left the country and are maybe skeptical on some of these ideas, I highly recommend you do some traveling and experience what the actual developed world world has to offer.
We're not a developed world. Everybody think we are, but when you look at it, you start realizing how undeveloped we are. Am I right?
Absolutely right.
And look at California and Los Angeles. Good God, people, stuff that you would see in a third world country, you're seeing in California, you know? Ain't that something?
Los Angeles is the mecca of traffic jams.
Not just that, people being homeless, like you have people building homeless camps on the street and all of that, you know?
LA is let's say Los Angeles is now a shanty town, converted to a shanty town for that matter.
And it's true. And the thing is, if people don't, everybody think we are a third world country, but the thing is, we're falling apart because we let her build for the fucking car and build infrastructure around cars and plane and the bus instead of fucking trains, you know? We were a third world country back in the day, you know? A third world country, and now look where we've fallen. Am I right?
Fall through a third world country just like the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm. Like, heck, even Argentina, you know? Argentina was a third world country at one point, and heck, was even much more powerful and richer than the United States at one point. And now look where they are at. They are now a third world country with so many fucking problems. This should be a warning to look what happened. Look what happened. You don't want to go down the path. Don't do what we did. Am I right? Like,
absolutely right. I don't want to see the United States taking the path of the Dominican Republic.
Not just that, Argentina.
Not in Argentina as well, but railroads here.
Mm-hmm.
You better protect those railroads.
Because the trucking companies are already trying to go after the railroads, you know, with the autonomous bullshit, you know? Like, just imagine putting your thing on a autonomous semi-truck, and next thing you know, never getting your shipment, and it just disappearing. Because it'll be much more easier for a hacker to hack all of that and steal everything. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Like, no one don't even fucking think about that.
This is hilarious to me. Let me put this into perspective.
The nerds
Uber
at
Eats is a luxury
Silicon.
service for people who are
So, what were you about to say, Thing? So, what were you about to say, Brightline fan?
The guys at Silicon Valley are trying to automate vehicles. So, I guess you gotta. So, I'm pretty sure that those guys on Silicon Valley don't know what they're doing.
They don't. They just don't. All they care about is trying to come the next Elon Musk and the next big famous person, you know?
And I'm telling this as a student who is studying software.
I'm not.
And that's the thing. People that don't want to realize that there are bigger fucking pictures to this than fucking cars. Like, let's be honest. We've seen what the servers in the cars are like. We don't want it anymore. Stop trying to fucking jam it down our fucking throats. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
now let's continue with the video.
For the many Americans who have never left the country and are maybe skeptical on some of these ideas, I highly recommend you do some traveling and experience what the actual developed world has to offer. Okay, as a former Uber Eats driver, this is hilarious to me. Let me put this into perspective. Uber Eats is a luxury service for people who are too lazy to go out and get food for themselves. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But there were many times that I got pinged to do an order that would require at least 15 to 20 minutes of driving before I arrived at my destination. Now let's say that a walker is in an area of a city that has a large cluster of restaurants within a few streets. If that person can be pinged right down the street from one of these restaurants, and the person who ordered the food is no more than a 15 to 20 minute walk away, then what difference does it even make? I think this one speaks for itself.
Oh, all right. Let me pop.
Down the street from one of these restaurants, and the person who ordered the food is no more than a 15 to 20 minute walk away, then what difference does it even make? I think this one speaks.
All right. This one is so fucking true right here. Am I right?
You're absolutely right, though.
Didn't with the boomers and the Gen X, Generation X, the people who were before the millennials.
Yes, the guys who actually
What?
were born in the 1960s and 70s.
Mm-hmm. My mom is a Gen Xer, You know what I mean?
Same.
And I'll be honest, the Gen Xers are not trying to be a dick, but Gen Xers are assholes. Am I right? Right?
Well, not my mom, though.
I know, not mine either, but most of the Gen Xers that I meet are some of the snootiest, stuck-up buttheads, Like, really? Am I right?
Exactly.
And they are the embodiment of a boomer, Like, what?
The boomers raised that generation, so.
And they turned out like them, and then our generation with people born from the Gen X generation I'll be honest, the millennial and the Gen Z, well, I'm a Gen Z, you're a Gen Z, my wife is a millennial. I'm ironically a Gen Z married to a millennial, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
the only thing is that we're only 3 years apart, but it, from different, millennia. You know what I mean? But I'll be honest, the millennials and the Gen Z realize how shitty the other generations was, Everybody saying people who taught in Vietnam are from one of the greatest generation. No, they're not. If you look at how bad the Vietnam generation was from the people who fought in Vietnam, good God. Some of them, if they were on the losing side, or like if they were in Germany at the time, they would have been counted as war criminals. Am I right?
Yep.
And if the North was begging for help, but we sided with the South, with the stupid, Like, literally, the North was begging for help, and it said Russia and China helped them, and then, let's be honest, when they won that war, China tried to invade them, and it backfired on them. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Like, and people don't realize it. We were the bad guys during the Vietnam War. And the thing is, we did not win that war. Am I right?
Yep.
And we technically lost that war because, we sided with the wrong side. We decided to try to defend a freaking dictator, or technically not a dictator, but, something that people don't even want to agree with now. Colonialism,
That sucks.
And then, like, we sided with a government who was a colonial government. Like, what the fuck? Am I right? Like, if we're supposed to be the free world, why would we side with something that is so despicable and so controlling? Am I right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Now,
the United States had done a lot of stuff
Now, the only war we was a good guys was during the First World War and Second World War. Because let's be honest, the Second World War, Japan attacked and provoked into a war. And Germany, you know? And Italy. And we all see we won that war because we were in the right, you know? The thing is that the people who are in the wrong in a war will always lose, you know? No doubt about it. Am I right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly.
let's get back to the video before we go down that rabbit hole.
So,
Okay.
this is the type of thing I'm tired of seeing. I made a video on walkable cities and how just having sidewalks wasn't enough to make somewhere walkable. But some people didn't seem to understand the argument. While heartbreaking, this type of headline pretty much sums that up. Okay.
Look at it. It's so fucking true. True, you know? Emmett, what do you think with the land? Can almost see it now. You see? Look at that. Like,
Let me see.
look at the meme. You see it?
Wait. Oh, now I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
Where image what we can do with this land. I can almost see it now. Click.
Oh, Lewis and Clark.
Yep. And let's be honest, what really is happening to our country, you know? Sit right up here, look, did beautiful. Sit right down here, it did ew, disgusting. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Like, no one wants to live here. I would rather live here than here. You know? Or I would rather live in a small town that is not built over with suburbia and big wasteland parking lots.
The last one.
I mean, I could agree with you on that one. That's why I prefer to move into the small cities than into the big ones.
The thing is, Troutman is a small city, but we're right now fighting against, you know, NIMBYs and suburbanites. The sad thing is that the NIMBYs and suburbanites are out. We kind of winning right now. The only part that they're not winning is downtown Troutman because that is historic, and they're not letting the NIMBYs screw over like downtown Troutman because it's historic. It might be everywhere else that again is screwed. Even Johns Island, where I used to live. Like, Jesus Christ, it's getting bad.
Sad and true. My first ever video went really deep into how the suburban landscape we built is just ugly, soul-crushing, and depressing. I think I actually want to make another video at some point talking more about American culture and why it kind of just makes me sad. Countries around the world have magnificent architecture, traditions, and themed cities, and we have big glass buildings and McDonald's. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this type of video.
But yeah, but what he said, it's so freaking true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I should let you get ready to go because it is 10:19.
Same here, bud.
So I'll let you go, and I'm going to try to get one more guy on before I end the live stream. So talk to you later, Brightline fan.
Talk to you later, bro.
All right, later, bud. All right, that was Brightline fan, and now we get one of our guys on. Gee, if he busy. Hey, man. I'm using the thing you sent me, by the way.
I saw. Thank you.
Hey, you know I'm out doing a meme stream right now.
Yeah.
But oh, you heard what happened to 475?
Yeah, I was at lunch at my school when it happened.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the memes are fucking hilarious.
Some of them.
Some of them are like this one.
I still want to know how they messed up that bad.
I know. Like, literally, it's funny, you know? I'm not gonna lie about that. But, like, Jane is that the only thing that was damaged on the locomotive was the front, you know?
Well, it damaged a bunch of internals, which probably is not good.
They then checked the internal piping and all that, intact. Nothing on the inside got damaged. It only the front plate, you know? Like where the door is and where the lamp is, that's the only thing that is damaged. Nothing else. So it'll probably be up and running in about a week to 2 weeks, you know?
Okay.
So they got lucky. They really got lucky. They could have really put this locomotive out for about a year if they went any faster, but they got lucky. Like, I guarantee about a week to 2 weeks from now, they'll probably have it back up and running, you know?
Okay.
Because, yeah. But I played this video earlier, like, them is just shit in it. It's funny. But I know after that accident, someone is going to get fired, you know?
Probably the guy driving it or the person operating the switches.
It's more likely the person who would, because the backhoe will park there about an hour earlier, and I get the guy who operated the backhoe forgot to throw the switch back.
Yeah.
So it will probably be the guy in the backhoe that are probably going to have it ass handed to him, you know?
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be one getting fired, you know? But the thing is that admit all the tubing with it right here. It almost got it. It came close. It came close to the tubing, but it did not fully hit it.
Okay.
Which they got lucky. The tubing is not damaged. You know what I mean?
All right.
So they'll probably have that thing up and running in a few weeks, you know?
All right.
But yeah, but let's get to it again. Watch this, man.
Alright, I need to go.
That's a fender bender.
All right,
Bye.
you have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Later. All right, that was our last guide for tonight, but let's play it one more time for encore.
That's a fender bender.
Oof. Oof. I'm not gonna lie, this shit is oof.
Uncle Stan, are you wearing a blindfold?
Nah, but with these cataracts, I might as well be. What is that, a woodpecker?
Get well soon. But yeah.
I'll blow up into smithereens and sing my tiny symphony all up and down the city street while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. This feels like a necessity, so this could be the death of me, or maybe just a better me. I'm probably with the take a shot at Hennessy. I know I'm not that mentally, but
Boom.
Oh. But yeah. Derail. Bella will laugh her butt off now. That was him.
Bitch move, ain't it?
Yep.
Yes. I gotta go to the room.
I know. I gotta get ready to come back with you
Scared to crap out of me.
soon. Ah, dang it, my glasses. Meanwhile, the same day. Oh yeah, that happened too. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed the meme. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a night, everybody. And let's get memeing. Bye. Dun, dun, dun.